Hi lovelies, welcome to my life and tarot. Let me ease you in of the subject or the topic I want to talk about right now. And oh no, the opinions mug is totally coming out again. And let me tell you, this is coming out more often than it has been so far. It will be coming out more often. So I watched a topic or video about the authenticity and the judgment or judgmentalism of video of Indigo Moon Woman, the lovely Diane Jarecki, and also Brian Cormack Carr or BCC, and realized that these are vaguely the things that actually have been in back of my mind for a while now. During the whole summer when I was not much doing YouTube things, I have been thinking that after the channel name change and everything, where I will be going with this channel. When I started at first, then my sole goal was to not to show my face, not to be the talking head, but show the cards, show the way I see the cards, maybe how I read the cards and all that, sharing mostly the non-personal things, I want to say, in order to improve my speaking English, because I can write really well, but speaking part was not my strongest, and this was my personal like stepping stone to like be in front of not familiar to me people. But then the snowball of the tarot tags came in, and I got grabbed into this rolling ball of the games, and until one point I was already tired about of the playing the games and thinking that this is not the purpose. This is not the thing I want to share or be. Although I'm thankful for the fact that Orwin Lynch's tag, not this April but year before that, soon after I started doing videos, was the first video that I made with the face. And after that, it was like easy to come, sit down, press play or record and say that hi lovelies, and trust me, I don't know where that came from, the intro or the greeting thing, and in my head I'm like cringing all the time when someone comments in my video and I click upon it. The video starts to play as well when I get to the comment, and if I'm not quick enough to press pause, then hi lovelies. This is like I cringe over this, but this is like a program already. As soon as I press the play or the record, my head is empty. This is the only thing that comes like automatically, and for now I am still cringing, but I am like cool with that being a part of my YouTube thing now. So this and also I'm thankful for the tags and the opportunity to like be in front of the camera, because I'm like Leo sun sign, but sunshine, I wanted to say that too, but I'm not your usual type of Leo who wants to be in the bright lights or in the middle of something, because I have always been the observer, and I love to be somewhere in the background and observe things and not to be in the middle of, or I'm not even putting myself in the middle of things. And speaking publicly has not been a thing I wanted ever to do. I have always avoided any cameras, anything that could just show me somewhere, and I'm doing a great job on avoiding this whole my life. Selfies are another thing. This is like my control, and I decide which pictures go wherever, but to be recorded or to be seen by people that I can't like control or whatever, I hope you understand, is something I never wanted. But thanks to this, me speaking foreign language to me, showing my face, all the faces I make and all that, has given me the courage to create all the other things I'm doing right now. The teaching tarot, where I stand in front of people and talk, I would have never done that without doing the YouTube thing first. So not your usual look at me Leo at all, and yeah, I to this date actually love to be the observer, but I also understand that in some cases I now can or am able to stand up and be in the middle of attention as well. Earlier this was not an option even. So that's also the part of authenticity. I've been in my very rebel late teen years, the one who provoked the judgmental attitude towards myself, with my clothing, with my hair color, and not much acting or the way I kept myself, but sometimes that too. And I learned how many opinions and judgments people can have, and then it didn't like hurt me. I was like a non-stick to it. It just slided off. But later on, when the conscious started to grow and self-awareness, let's say in early mid-20s, I pulled back big time. I tried to be not visible, not, I don't know, heard of, hearable. So, and this lasted for about 10 years, maybe-ish, I want to say, where the next level of my personal awareness and growth became to life, and I realized that now I've seen the both sides of being out there for everyone to judge and being on the background, and still people are judgmental nevertheless. And however you are trying to be or to please someone or to be how everyone expects you to be, you are still being judged, because there are so many opinions and so many people who all have their take on things, how others should live, act, speak and look. So I got the both sides and realized that actually neither of this is important, because you will be getting this either way. You can bend over backwards and still get judged over things that you can't even realize you can be judged, and or I don't know, talked behind your back. And Diane Jarecki, or the Indigo Moon woman, talked about how she had she experienced in an early age that she couldn't trust female friends. I had the same experience around the same age, and growing up, high school and the college time, my best friends were a group of male friends, and we hung out together, and I too was judged or called, let's say behind back, of course, a slut or whatever, because I preferred the male company. And why I preferred it is, of course, the male people are as gossipy as females, but they are not vicious against each other. They have this honor code of inside the friendship, and I have not experienced this honor code even existing within female groups or company. Maybe a very few exceptional persons only throughout my 40, what am I right now, 43 years. Let's take 5 years, like off from there, because first 5 years I didn't give a bleep who is who, didn't realize probably, but all the experiences later on. And this is why I prefer to have 1, 2 good friends, either male, either female, instead of many. I prefer quality over quantity in everything. Like this channel, I'm not with the tags and the games. I went to the road that made me like try not to impress, but try to be something that everyone wants to see or hear, or I don't know. I went along with this, and I felt what I'm doing is not like doing wrong to myself, but I went along anyway, and I don't want to do that anymore. If I do things now with the face in the camera, the goals from the first when I started are shifted a bit, but when I made the channel, I made a silent pact with myself, or with whoever is out there listening and making my life things, that let there be subscribers or followers of mine be quality people, the people that are not basic, I want to say, that are open and open-minded and everything, instead of having a lot herds or hordes of followers or subscribers who are like, I don't know, from wall to wall. With this, I set my goal in this, and actually this has been like this, and I'm really thankful, because first of all, I have this quality right now. Second of all, I don't have a huge hordes of people just coming in and judging or whatever. I don't care if you judge. That's your problem, not mine. But the hordes of people that are searching for me, lower energy things, and I'm not here to give you that, because I've worked so hard for so many years with myself and with my people that are around me to gain. I'm not on this level where energy level where things are going like bumpy road. It's going to be good and it's bad, and it's good and it's bad, and it's frequent, like Wheel of Fortune, always turning really quickly. You're up, then you're down, and then you're up. This is hard. I have been in this energy some time in my life, and this is hard life, I want to say. I have worked myself up from there. My road is like steady, and then some ups and downs, not frequently. It is a flow. It is like the heartbeat. It is I don't know, it has rhythm in it. I have seldom unexpected things that just fall on top of me and I'm on my knees. Not anymore. And this is the kind of people I want to be surrounded with. And yeah, judgment. I have to admit that judgmentalism, or being judgmental, is part of myself as well. But I acknowledge it. As soon as it appears, I let the judgment come out, like within me. I'm not going to go and say things to people or whatever, even if I'm attacked, like personally, with words or intimidated. I am not attacking back. I feel more like sad or sorry for the people that they are feeling this way, or that this is so huge part of their life that they can't help but to intrude someone else's, or to go try to teach someone else to live the way they see everyone should live. This is a miserable place to be, and I know why, because I have been in this place. I have been this person who has went up to, not perfect strangers, I can't remember if I've done that, never. I think I thought of that, but I never done that. But going up to someone and telling them that they are wrong, that they are doing wrong, and this is my opinion only, that pushing my own frames onto other people's choices or whatever. I've been that person. So like I said, some times that I feel and I see like I have had not one, not two, not even three different lives within this life. I've been those persons, and I've dealt with that, and I dissolved that and tried to face my own fears and, let's say, flaws, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity to get to the level I am right now. And I know this is not the highest level, even I can climb higher, and nothing can like pull me back to the lower level. You can fall back, but this is your own responsibility if you do. So I made some notes when I listened to BCC and Diane, so let me see what else I wrote in here, and I can't even read my own writing right now. Sorry for that. So authenticity for me today is not something I have to prove anyone, and I've made some radical decisions in my life, and I've been judged so hard you can't even imagine. I will tell you all about those things as well, but I just give you a little bit of a hint. When I was going through the custody battle over my youngest child, now 8 years ago, I can't remember anymore, but the child protective services were included. This was a whole clusterfuck of this was legitimately the darkest time in my life. And in court, the child protective services person was there also, and the person said that like against me, that I am hippie and not conventional for a child care, or not suitable so much as the father would be, because father was very strict, and this frames curfews, or all things. But with me, I've been always allowing children to be themselves and free, and explaining things and all that. So I was called hippie in the court by the child services official person, So that blew my mind then, and I was already in a really weak place emotionally and all that. So these types of things I've come through. There's no word for it, but pile of shit. I swam through it, and this all made me who I am today, and you just can't. I don't have to live up to anyone's standards, and when I walk on the street and have something on that maybe is out of my age limit, I don't know, whatever people are thinking. I have had relatives come to me when saying, when you are going to grow up and not wear the braids and all that. So I'm like, I'm sad because of their boxes where they are living in, and they are not seeing outside of their boxes, and they can't stand if you have no box or your box is not fitting with theirs. So this is everywhere, and that's why I totally don't care if anyone attacks me personally. It's on them, and all I can say is I feel sorry and I'm sad for them, and I hope they can one day get out of this loop or something like that. But judgment and judging, like I said, I've been the person who judged a lot, and I must say this is a part of me today as well. But like I said, my judgments or being judgmental against someone stays in here, and I usually let it through my system to find out if it's a mirror thing I'm getting. Maybe the person has something, qualities, or doing something that I don't like within myself, or maybe whichever I have had done myself before, and now through that person I can see my own flaws, or he or she is bringing up my past issues maybe. So I always like let it through my system to understand where is this coming from, and I've made up my mind about sort of people, like the Jungian view of the characters. There's only so many, and I must say I've seen most of them by now. Some of them are mixes of two or three, but basically you can tell pretty quickly which type of person you are dealing with, or I am dealing with. So, and when I judge them like, I want to say Judge Judy. I look her court things a lot. She is one fierce lady, no chill, and not that she's a role model, but the way I admire the way she is seeing through the people. Sometimes I feel like maybe she is a little bit off, but the way she establishes her power is amazing, and maybe one day I need that, and then I have the luggage of really good comebacks from her. So, but I hope I'm not going to be in any type of situation confrontational when I have to use those types of things, but it's good to know, learn from the best. So I judge fairly, as fair as I can in my own mind, and I filter through my own flaws, and I compare, and I always like think, why am I judging this person? Why is this or why is that? Never have I judged people of how they look, or never have I judged people of how the gossip or someone else has told me they are like. I am not prejudiced ever, because I've been talked about myself so much that I know that if you are believing everything that people are telling you, then you are stupid, I want to say, because there are so many opinions, and get to know the person by yourself, then you can make up your mind. And to this date, I have people that I don't like. Something vibe is off, or I see something or feel something in them that is like wrong compared to my belief system, and again, this is judging. Then I again let it through my system and evaluate if this has base or not, if I'm only emotionally feeling this, or is there something else. And when I make up my mind, I usually have not been wrong. I just stay away from those people, and later on I find out that they are actually the way, not in a good way, the people I saw they might be, or like, yeah. But today's world is a really, really tough thing to try to figure out a people's true self, because people wear masks. And not only that, but people believe the things they lie to themselves, and they believe it, so you can't see the true self through the eyes anymore. And I've been avoiding eye contact for years and years because of didn't like what I saw in people's eyes, and also the fact that creating a eye contact is giving the other person permission to start connecting or something, may say something or come up to me, and especially with unstable people, or let's say basic males, because I have had this issue with from a really child age, and my both daughters have the same thing, that people want to come up to you and touch you. Strangers, they stand beside you, and you know, in a public transport they try to touch you with the shoulder, or with the back of the hand, or people are coming into my little bubble without reason. And when I met my husband, he worded it out for me. I didn't even understand it before, like I noticed it, but I didn't understand it is so consistent. And he said that he feels, and he asked from his friend as well, and he stated the same thing, that I have a vibe in person that makes people want to touch me or come close and, I don't know, physically do something to me. And trust me, this is not a good thing to have. When you are meeting a wrong person at the wrong place at the wrong time, this can be really bad. And this is not a feature, and that's why I learned to give the resting bitch face and not make an eye contact with strangers or little known to me people. Yeah, this. So yeah, I don't know, I think this is it. This is all. I think I made my notes and all. I blabbered almost. Oh, I thought it's another hour. Yay, we did it in a half hour. Nice. So yeah, I'm getting a sip of coffee. Let's get all pumped up, because I have a few other topics with the opinion mark to record. So I will leave this here and will record something else, rants, and I see you again soon.